Hello and welcome to CX Today. My name is Charlie, and today I'm delighted to be joined by Bruno Fransoni, Technical Product Manager of Contact Center and CRM at SumUp. Bruno, thanks very much for joining us. How are you doing today?
Thanks so much for your invite. I'm fine. How are you doing, Charlie?
Yeah, all good, thanks. I'm very excited to talk to you, and I think many of our viewers will have come across SumUp before as a fast-growing business. But before we kind of start getting into the meat of today's chat, could you first just introduce any of our viewers that haven't come across SumUp to kind of what you do as a business?
For sure. SumUp is a global fintech organization, and it was founded on EU in 2012. And nowadays, we are serving more than 4 million merchants across more than 36 countries. At the beginning, we are really focusing on empowering small merchants to accept payments via card. At the time, we are leveraging our products and investing a lot on hardware products as well. So nowadays, our portfolio is much bigger, and we are offering solutions from digital wallet to loans, payment links, and also point of sales. This product was developed to support small merchants and empower them to run their business, and we can care about this payment processing and allowing them to focus on their own business.
Yeah, excellent. So thanks for that summary. And you kind of alluded to there, kind of the scale of growth that you've had in 36 different countries. Now, just kind of moving on to the contact center aspect of this conversation. Obviously, you've moved from an on-premise to a cloud contact center environment, and across all of those areas. As you were doing so, kind of what challenges did you face kind of previously that you want in your on-premise that you kind of wanted to overcome with the cloud?
Yeah, as I was saying, like we are serving merchants more than 36 countries. So creating an on-premises phone solution that works on this kind of scenario would be impossible without creating a kind of huge costs and complexity environment. And imagine the complexity on integrating to phone carriers in each one of these countries, data center providers, and all the other vendors related to the contact center environment. In each one of these different markets and these different countries would be a huge issue, I would say, or something really complex to set up. And imagine also create an infra and all this other package that needs to be done in order to be compliant with the regulations of each one of these countries.
Yeah, as you mentioned, kind of just each country would have such different kind of compliance guidelines, and then the thought of kind of managing servers across those two is quite a scary proposition. And then there's also big kind of security concerns that you have to look out for too. How did Five9 sort of help you overcome all of those challenges that you've just mentioned?
Yeah, using Five9 CCaaS solution, we are able to find a good fit between the contact center solution and SumUp global strategy, because it delivers us all the contact center capabilities that we need in order to create a good experience to our merchants. Babel and Noveto played a fundamental role during the design process and helping us to set up the best scenario in order to fit with our strategy. And Five9 also provide us some flexibility. At the same time that they provide us the phone carrier role in most of our markets, they also allow us to connect to local phone carriers on the markets that it makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's interesting actually that you mentioned kind of those partners as well that were helping you in terms of Babel and Noveto. And there's one kind of aspect of your migration I do want to kind of hone in on a little bit more. And that's you kind of took the opportunity to rethink your IVR and deployed a virtual assistant. How was that kind of process, and how has that kind of impacted your end results?
As I mentioned, like we are increasing our product portfolio, and then for sure it reflects on the IVR. So as much we go ahead and implement new products, we need to put these options and to make it available on our IVR as an options. And then it becomes more and more hard to our merchants to find the correct options on the IVR. So we took this approach on putting the voice IVR on the top of the IVR. So we use IVA in order to understand what merchant does using voice. So we prompt a kind of a simple question, and they respond with their own words saying what they want or what's the topic related to this touch point. And then based on that, we find the correct path on the IVR and we forward merchant to this path on the IVR. And it was really helpful, like without changing the whole IVR path, just implementing this initial intent recognition of the IVR, we are able to increase or to make better the experience to our merchants, and then also related to our results, like the self-service rate on our IVR improved by 8%, just changing this approach from the regular 3 IVR to this initial intent recognition approach.
Yeah, that's kind of significant as well, because you think about kind of all the different countries you operate in, kind of having separate IVRs for various languages as well before you even get into the self-service element. That would be a huge challenge. So it's interesting
Sure.
To hear your thoughts about that. And when we kind of had discussing pre-call, you also mentioned when you were kind of working on such innovations, that Five9's pilot program really kind of helped you whenever kind of making any sort of change to your CCaaS environment, really. Could you maybe discuss how that pilot program has kind of helped to ease your decision making when introducing new solutions?
Sure. Innovation is on our DNA, and we really like when we are able to test new features. We become early adopters as often as we can. And Five9 is really open to feedback, and we had very good experiences with IVA and analytic products. Then we use this product, give them feedback, and we can see that some of our ideas or topics that show up during this test are being implemented by Five9. So it's really, really interesting to see it working.
Yeah, absolutely. It's great that you can kind of trial those different aspects. I think that's actually a great feature of Five9's kind of offering. But kind of bringing this back to kind of your own experiences as well. I think a great final question for you would be if there are any maybe lessons that you'd share with other kind of global operations that were in a similar place as you were when you began this process, and what lessons would you give to them for making the move from on-premise to a CCaaS environment?
Yeah, I come from completely on-premises implementation, and it was hosted in more than 300 servers in order to make it run properly. And I would say that now my team can focus on improving the contact center and using the tool to make our merchants experience better. And then the CCaaS vendor is the one caring about to make it, to keep it running. So it's not on our team this pressure anymore, and we can focus much more on the fitting between the two and our business needs.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're no longer kind of the maintenance pros. You're kind of the innovation team. I think that's maybe a nice note to end on. But thanks very much for joining me, Bruno. It's a great discussion.
Yeah, it was really nice conversation. Thank you.
Excellent. And also thanks to everybody for watching. Bye for now.